competitive esports done right. Brought to you by
Take a look at that teamwork. That is what it is all about here at the Hardcore League.
They don't even see him, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Holy smokes. Can he do it?
And that right there is how you dogfight, ladies and gentlemen. What a play. Tonight's matchup, girls versus boys, right here at the Hardcore League, sponsored by Gamers Community.
Hardcore League, the only place for large-scale competitive battlefield.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back. We are going to jump into the second match of the first round. This is going to be ENJOI Gaming versus Prototype. 12v12 right here on the Hardcore League. Sponsored by Gamers Community. Be sure to check them out. I'm sure we'll have a mod. Throw some stuff up there in chat. For those of you that do not know, I am Deadeye, and I have Red FX here with me. Got some stuff firing up in the background. There we go. That muted. Good Lord. As I was changing the name, it got unmuted there. So they flipped a coin. We're going to be going into the burn round here as soon as ENJOI's guys get in there. And I'm happy to see that we do have the clan tags back. In that first round, we did not have the clan tags. And I think Mendicant is right in chat. They're saying that this should be a good match. I agree. This should be a very good matchup between the two teams. In fact, we are going to bring up some comparisons for you guys while we're waiting here in the burn round to take a look at these guys. Just a second. Yes? Right, so the burn round is going to be restarting, and as promised, here we go. We're going to take a look at the two leader comparisons, Animosity and ENJOI, their kill death, their skill per minute, their win-loss, and their time in. And it looks like Animosity has Rasta beat on most everything, but not by much. So it should be a pretty good matchup. We're also going to take a look at their top 5 player lineup here between the two. And loaded up the wrong. Got a PT. The names are too close. Names are too close. Lineup loaded up for you guys. And there you have it. There's the PT lineup. We're going to see Tarpy, Falls, Scruffy, Tensified, and Topside. For ENJOI, we're going to see... well, actually, they changed out some personnel last minute. Here we go. We'll get the right ones in for you guys. There you go. It's going to be Alert, Medieval, Rasta, Toxic, and Kyle rolling the top 5 spots for ENJOI there. And it looks as though PT hasn't beat on kill death on the top 5 infantry. So we'll see if we see a repeat of that first round. And they're going to be playing... I can't pronounce it. How do you pronounce that, Brett?
Pronunciations. We're going to go with Sarsen.
Sarsen. The Sarsen. It starts with a T. I don't know if you say it.
I don't think you say the C. I think it's like it's like Czar. You know how?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's like Czar. Yeah.
Zarsen.
I think it's like Zarsen.
So that's a map we're going to be playing here. Do you know if that map has tanks on it?
It does. It does have tanks on it, and it has 2 major choke points. So whoever really gets control of that middle point is going to be able to have if they can push them back past that middle point, sort of back towards their home flag. It is such a hard choke point to try and get out of. So it's really going to be critical for those teams to make sure that they don't lose their tanks. Like they really use their tanks as a more of a support role. You know, they're backing up their infantry players. They're kind of using the infantry almost as a shield to kind of get those long range shots as they're trying to come out of those chokes. It's going to be very, very important that they just don't throw those tanks away. If they do lose those tanks early on and they do get pushed back in those chokes, you are looking at a possible 3-cap going down. It could be very brutal.
How many bases are on this map? I honestly have not played this map very much.
I believe there's 3.
Ooh, 3.
I believe there's 3. Because this is the one. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think I am. It's the one that has the big like cathedral in the middle.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm familiar with that map then. I thought that one was Broslov's Keep.
Ah.
But I could be wrong. I think you're right because when I was setting the map up, it showed that big building in the middle, which is that middle one. It turns into some craziness when you jump into that middle base. It gets pretty gnarly. Again,
Yes, it does.
for those of you just jumping in, we are on the second round or the second match in the first round for our Elite Division tournament. This is going to be ENJOI Gaming versus Prototype. These two teams are going to be facing off on Statarstan, something. A map. They're going to be playing on a map. We know that for sure. They will be playing on
Mason,
a map.
Tell us what the phonetics are.
There it is. There it is. Tassar, it's in. Yep, that's the one. I don't think that's right either, but either way, it's not going to change the way that they play just because the casters can't pronounce it. You know.
Oh man. Hey, you know, in my experience as a caster, if you don't want the name to be messed up, you got to put it out there in phonetics, right? You got to put the phonetics of the name. If not, we're just gonna mess it up. It's just gonna happen.
Yep, it goes down.
Especially when you have like, when you're doing like a European Cup, and you have all of these different nationalities coming up with their names, and they spell it like in their own language and stuff. And you're like, what the hell is this supposed to be? Is there silent J's and silent T's and
right? Yeah.
that don't make sense? You're like, what?
But looks like the boys are loading in. This is going to be the burn round, ladies and gentlemen. This will not count for anything. It's kind of like, whose line is it anyway? There is no winner, and the points don't count for anything on the burn round. And it looks like ENJOI is going to come out. They are going to start burning the flags. And PT is an experienced team, so we should not see a recap of what happened with that first round with C9 jumping onto the flags early. We're going to see PT coming out. They're going to get their guns warmed up. They're going to shoot some people, but they will not be on any flags, so we can get through this burn round relatively quickly. Maybe we'll jump into the main event. Butler Boy Gaming making use of those emojis that he purchased when he subscribed. Also, and I have not said this yet, we would like to say this here. If you want to see a specific player, if you have somebody in this match that you want to see, throw some biddies up in chat with the player's name, and I will try to land on them, and we will follow them around just for you. So if you have somebody you want to see, cheer some biddies for them. Could be 1 bit, could be 2 bits, doesn't matter to me. Just let us know that's a player you want to see, and we will land on that person. Also want to remind you, Badger throwing up hashtag #CreateHL. That right there, that hashtag is what you're going to use. Should you see something amazing happen during this match, flip it and add the hashtag #CreateHL. Badger is with our content creation department. He's going to be doing some highlights from this tournament, and that will help him sort through the videos. So if you clip something, put in there hashtag #CreateHL, and that will let him know that is a clip that somebody would like to see in our highlight reels. But again, as we get ready to roll off, we're going to throw these team lineups, the top 5 players submitted by the teams for you guys, so you can take a look. Again, PT has them a little beat on their top 5 as far as kill death goes, but ENJOI is a veteran team. They've been around for a while. They've been in the hardcore league since Battlefield 4. They've got a lot of matches under their belt, and we should see some pretty impressive play. We're also going to throw a tank comparison up for you between the 2 tankers on these teams, so take a look at those. Again, I think ENJOI may be bringing in a sub-tanker as their tanker only has 72 hours in grown. He's got a pretty good kill death and score per minute, but nonetheless, the time in the tank is a little less than the other one. We've also got our leader comparison up for you guys. Animosity, ENJOI, Rasa, the leaders of the 2 teams. Right there. Again, if you're just jumping in, this is Prototype versus ENJOI Gaming. It's going to be going down here shortly. ENJOI is burning the flags, and as you can see, PT is all over the place, but they are not on the burn. They are not on the burn anywhere, and that is the way it is supposed to look. When it runs normal, these teams will be rolling out at the 3-minute mark whenever the round starts. I've got some.
It is absolutely amazing when teams read the rules and do what they're supposed to. Kind of goes a lot smoother. But
Indeed.
yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how these teams are going to be playing out in this next map. You know, I believe that you're forced to use land ships. I don't think that you have a choice in the kind of tank that you use. So everybody is going to be using land ships on this one, and should be seeing some, like you said, at the very middle of the map, it's going to be a meat grinder. I mean,
yeah, yep.
It is going to be just a lot of explosions, a lot of hip-fire submachine guns. There's just going to be a lot of death there.
Well, and honestly, you know, I'd like to think that that these teams did their homework on the teams that they're going to be going up against. And in that case there, if the top 5 player lineup that you're seeing right now on the screen is any indication of the rest of the infantry, ENJOI may do well to pass up that middle base and try not to engage in those heavy infantry battles and go for the 2 outside objectives, you know, and try to split them up that way. It will kind of put them in kind of a pincher position where they're going to be having them come from their spawn and that middle base, but it may thin them out as far as head-on infantry battles go.
Well, I think that's a doable process because, like I said, it does come down to some pretty tight choke points. I mean, it's not as bad as the previous map that we played before in terms of choke points, but it does funnel them down into a specific area. So, yeah, I can kind of agree with you there. You know, maybe if you had a tactic to where your tank would stay at your home flag with a few infantry players for that support setup, and then have the rest of your infantry players kind of just go around and try and take care of the other team's home flag and capture onto that one.
Esports.
You know, especially if you can get like a really, really fast kill on the opponent's tank, that could allow you to go for that double gimme kind of setup. But, you know, the thing that you got to watch out for is that you need to make sure that you're able to react fast. So when you don't go for those double home flags, those double gimme setups, you need to make sure that your team is paying attention as to when either of those flags are getting pushed, because you kind of want to have this really good like ebb and flow feel to it. So as they're pushing, like say your home flag, then you want to be able to have your teammates as they die on that home flag, and you know it's going to be pointless. They need to start spawning back in on the enemy's home flag that you own, and then push back in towards that middle flag. You know, they need to be able to kind of flow into that center flag to where maybe they don't have as many defenses because they're trying to go for that really hardcore attack over there onto your own home flag, and then vice versa, same thing. So if they try and go back for their own home flag and capture that, maybe you need to kind of flood back in from yours to that middle site to try and capture that one, because if you just go strictly on double gimmies and you never go for that center home flag very hard, then that's kind of setting yourself up for a loss, because they can group up. They will be able to overflood, or they will be able to flood into one of those sites and take it over. You need to be very flexible in that sense.
Yep, that definitely makes sense. And even if you're going up against some better guns, if you get the proper lanes defensively, then you can outgun somebody better at you, you know, just by having better position.
Oh, absolutely. And you are going to be seeing this map being very, it's going to be heavily favoring on the team that has the better positioning. You're going to be seeing a lot of higher places, a lot of second levels being used inside buildings, especially in the middle part of the map, to be able to get those top-down shots on the people. You're going to be seeing a lot of really good positioning in terms of where they're going to be throwing a lot of nades, a lot of incendiaries, you know, that type of stuff. So you need to make sure that you do have those really good spots set up and get into them as quickly as possible, and to set up those nice little crossfires.
All right, people's messing with me, jumping in and out of the Discord. All right, so we're about to jump in to the match. This is going to be the second match of round one. It's going to be ENJOI versus Prototype, or PT. ENJOI Gaming versus Prototype. Right here on the Hardcore League.
So let's do it right now. We're putting money on it. Deadeye, who do you think's gonna win?
Oh, now I have to say this one is a pretty tough one. Honestly, you know, I hate to pick teams when it comes down to it. I normally go with the underdogs, which in this case would be ENJOI. ENJOI is going to be the underdogs in this one, as PT is a very, very strong team. They've got some extremely good tankers. In fact, we'll go throw up a comparison on the tankers right here. You can see the tankers are very, very salty, both time in, skill per minute, and kill death. They're going to be very, very tough. So if it's going to come down to, really, it's going to come down to tactics on both sides here for these teams. But honestly, if I had to pick one, if I had to put money on it, if you're going to put me on the spot like that, I'm going to have to say PT will probably walk away with a win. Would I like to see ENJOI win just because I'm an underdog type of guy and I like to see upsets? You know, it gets everybody a little hyped when you see an upset. But I think ultimately, if I was going to put some money down, it would be on PT. We're going to take a look and see where the teams are. So we are going to see ENJOI in red and PT in blue. So our team labels are set up and ready to go. That is correct, yes. You know what I hate? What really bothers me is when you're looking up at the map here, it's got the blue team on the left and the red team on the right as far as the squads. But then on the actual map, it's the blue teams on the right and the red teams on the left.
It's them first world problems.
Right?
Now, another thing that I want to point out on this map too, I believe this map was designed with elite kits in mind as well. So as the team is getting pushed back into their base, I believe there are elite kits that'll spawn back there towards their home flags. It either spawns on the home flag or back behind, right?
But we don't, elite kits are turned off.
Oh, that's a shame right there.
Yeah, we don't turn elite kits on if it's anything below 20v20.
Okay. Well, that right there is one of the things I was going to say. That was one of the things that could potentially help in terms of like busting out of a 3 cap or something like that. But teams just don't need to get there in the first place. We do have horses on this map though, so we could be seeing some pretty interesting infantry skewers going down. That's always a fun sight. As this DLC did come in with the pike for them to get the nice stabby going. So we could be seeing some nice flanks coming in from the horses. I would kind of like to see a kind of like what you were talking about before, going around for the home flag of the other team. Not necessarily with the objective to cap it, although that's ultimately what you're going to try to do. But I would kind of like to see it just for harassment purposes. Have that horse go all the way around to the backside, jump off, maybe have like 1 or 2 players spawn on him real quick, and just harass that flag. Because what that'll do is that'll draw a couple of players back. They have to deal with that, and with that extra armor that infantry player on the horse is going to have, he does have a little bit more staying power. Plus, he has the meds and the ammo for the other players that are going to be there. So he can keep those guys alive for a considerable amount of time if they're working together. And if they do it right, they could pull potentially a squad, maybe even a little bit more, back towards that Alpha site or Charlie site, whichever one may be, and make it a little bit easier to push into that middle flag for their team.
Well, and I see that both the teams are lining up with both their horses and their tanks, almost a mirror image of each other here. So we're gonna have to see if they utilize them the same way. Sometimes teams end up taking the same lanes, and running into each other head on, and then sometimes they go the complete opposite route. So it's always interesting to see how they fire off, and we're going to see that in about 2 seconds. They are going to go at the 3-minute mark, and there it is. Both teams firing off. It looks like PT came out really, really quick with those horses. ENJOI doing the same with the horses, and let's take a look here. We're in the overview. They are going right to the center base, and they are both splitting on both sides. I mean, it is a complete mirror image, and they're going to be moving inside. We're going to jump in with Voight with ENJOI. He's got some contacts on his right. I don't know if he saw him or not. He's going to move upstairs, and they're going to start putting some fire down, and ENJOI is burning the Bravo flag. They're coming in now. Oh, grabbing a headshot. Voight on Animosity, taking out the leader of PT, but going down from washed up right behind him. And the battle is real on this flag. It looks like ENJOI is going to get wiped off of the Bravo flag. And now we are going to see a tank battle between the 2 tanks on the outside here. Somebody dropping a hose.
I do see the tanks kind of struggle a little bit right here. and it does look like ENJOI will end up going down right there in the tank. Unfortunately, so it does look like they did lose out on that B fight as well as losing out in the armor. So this is not looking good right at the start of the map. So at this moment right here, you see ENJOI with a couple of players toward the southern part of the map. They only have one infantry that they have to deal with there. I really think they need to go for a push and try and get over into the A site now. Because if they do allow basically B fight site to get entrenched and nobody's going in for a flank, it's going to get very, very one-sided quickly.
Yeah, I agree. They definitely need to try to get around that backside there. I think the problem with their tank was I didn't see a repair on ENJOI's tank, which is a huge oversight on their part. I did see a repair on PT's tank, and I think that is probably what won them the battle, along with some extra assault support. We're going to see Washed Up going up against Rasta. Rasta is going to get taken out by Washed Up, and Washed Up is on a 4-roll right now. Let's jump in with him and see how he's doing here.
Yeah, he's currently 7-1 at the moment, so he's definitely doing some work in the kill feed there. If you're looking right now at the kill feed, in fact, it does seem like it's going to be all blue all day long, though Toxic showing a little bit of life there, getting a couple of kills. He does eventually go down, but yeah, that tank, you can see he's not really, you know, the tank on this map, it doesn't necessarily have to do damage in terms of kills, but he's an incredibly good deterrent. It keeps infantry from being able to go in a certain direction, and he practically is holding the north side of this map down by himself, allowing his infantry free reign.
Yeah, and that north side of the map where that tank is sitting is the shortest route to Alpha. You know, so he's blocking that lane to Alpha. So the rest of their team is going to have to scoot back. And look at this. I'm in the tabletop view right now, and PT just has a solid line going across the map to block off ENJOI, and they've got their players positioned right. They've got Scruffy down here on the south side of the map, along with Topside 3 holding this down. Animosity pushing up heavy.
Look at Ballistic right now. He's going around for a back rage. He picks up one.
Yep, I'm on him.
He's got a flank of him.
Yeah, he does. He's gonna grab another one there as well. He's gonna reposition. And playing it real smart, he's going to cause some damage if he's not checked back here in the backfield.
Oh, this is ugly, man. This is what I was talking about. You have to be very careful on this map. And Ballistic's still alive. He's got 4 people that just went by him.
Yep. And he knows it. He picked up one. He's looking for a second. They're not seeing him.
Oh, my God.
Ballistic is on a tear on this back burn. He's going to catch another one going out, but he lets him go because he knows he's got some other guys. We're going to see their tank is spawned up now. For Rasta, the leader of ENJOI, is finally going to take Ballistic out, and their tank is going to start advancing, but has already taken shots from some assault. And where is PT's tank? Did it go down?
I do believe it did. Yeah, I believe Maniac was the one who actually took him down. But we are going to be seeing a slight push to the south here. It is going to get cleaned up, unfortunately. 2 players did kind of leak out for ENJOI, but it was all for naught. They do end up getting cleaned up. I have to say, PT showing fantastic map awareness right now, as well as just communication. They're knowing exactly when these guys are going to be pushing out. They're reinforcing very, very well, as well as getting those spawns in exactly where they need to. At the moment, we're not seeing, in my opinion, ENJOI utilizing this second opening over here onto Charlie very well at all. And oh no, we have another backridge. Look at this. Another flank coming in. Animosity.
Yeah, the leader of PT coming in with the back rage. Oh, he's going to trade off. Oh, you know, he got team killed by Topside. Topside coming in to help him out. He's going to go down, and the ones he took out is going to get revived. So it looks like ENJOI's trying to mount a little bit of an assault here as they're pushing up. We're going to see Falls and Tong Po moving up for their team. Rasta trying to lead the charge. We also have Medieval, Kyle, and Dilwo Kill. Looks like they're kind of getting through here. But it's your boy Osama coming in. So we've got some biddies for Rapsy Goldfish. We're gonna land on him. He's rolling this cavalry kit.
Oh no, and they're gonna be attacking C right now. They're getting onto the flash. Big push coming into the south as well for ENJOI. So ENJOI has to make something happen out of this push. They need to get either over to the other side of the home flag or get into that Bravo side very, very quick. Or we're going to be looking at a 3-cap coming in just a few moments. Only 1 player spawning back in onto that C side. There it is to the south. A flood of players coming in, but it's very difficult to push into that B site, even if they only have two to four players.
I'm following Rapsy right now. We got some biddies for him. He just took out one. We got a nice shot on Booyah, but he is going to go down from Kyle. But he's going to get a revive from Cynicism and stay up, which those he's rolling a cavalry kit, and those things can be devastating. Having that ammo and health at your disposal means that you can rat for a long time if you relocate and play it smart. And it looks like ENJOI is going to capitalize on them making that big push. They're going to move into Bravo. They also have a contact moving toward the Alpha objective. It looks like he's currently anchoring in. We're going to try to land on this Bravo flag. Of course, it's going to put me outside. I got to find a doorway to get in here. Here we go. We are in the flag top side, and Scruffy in here for PT. Cynicism moving in along with Washed Up. Let's jump in with Scruffy here. He's going to be rolling the sniper kit. He's going to drop one with a pistol shot right there. That's going to be Booyah. Finding another one on the second floor with a quick scope.
Okay, so I was watching the ENJOI tank to see exactly where he's going to be pushing up, and unfortunately, he ended up getting a team kill as one of his players jumped out. I guess he ran in front of the tank or something, but did end up getting a little bit of a team kill going down. We do see only one player in the backup for that C side for PT. That's going to be Goldfishy. I don't really expect him to do much there. I think he's just there to kind of pick up a couple of stray players that come his way. But the other tank for PT is now up and alive, and it is to the south side of that B site. So he may try and just wrap around and put some pressure over there onto Charlie. But, you know, if ENJOI can hold this Bravo flag, they're not in a bad position. They do have some power spots inside the map, although they are starting to whittle it down, now only down to one player. That's not looking good. But if they can get those spawns in quick enough, they can hold this.
They can. Oh, but Voight is going to go down. It's your boy Osama is going to take him down. And they do have some more pushing in, though, on the backside. Deal will kill. He's going to go down from Ballistic. And ENJOI is grabbing this backburn now. They are on Alpha. They're grabbing that, and they're looking to... they've also got Charlie. Again, we see Rapsy just anchoring like a boss for his team. He is rolling that cavalry kit, but he's anchoring in there. He's starting to move out. He's going to get a light anti-tank grenade on that tank. He's going to look to take a contact out. He's got one coming at him. Pistol whips him right there. Raspy pulling some really good moves here. Staying alive, relocating, did some damage on that tank. That tank was already hurt. And we're going to see...
And Maniac just killed Toxic again. So that's the second team kill that he's had in that tank. And immediately you do see Razor flanking around, trying to go ahead and capitalize on what you just saw with that infantry horse player there. As he's also going to be doing a little bit more damage. Just kind of poking at him here and there. But Razor getting the complete... neutralize onto that Charlie flag might actually be able to get this cap, doing a massive amount of damage. At the same time, Alpha did get capped over by ENJOI, so they're definitely not out of this yet. And I would say that they're probably faring better than what a lot of people thought ENJOI was going to be doing on this map.
Well, and one of their problems right here that you can see is that ENJOI has all medics here, so they can do nothing to that tank. You know, they're going to have to do a tank-v-tank battle. If they would have came in with some more assaults, then that tank would not last any time at all. We're going to see It's Your Boy Osama. We do have some biddies for him, so we're going to jump in with him as he bails out of the tank. He's looking to get a back rake. He's going to grab one. He's going to grab two, but then he's going to get dropped by Eric with ENJOI. Before he can get much done, and it looks like ENJOI is going to win that battle out, and they still have the Alpha objective. We're going to see Washed Up, one of the team leaders here, taking out a contact with some dynamite there. So Calm going down. He is taking some shots. He's going to bail out of there, and PT is looking to secure this Alpha objective. We're going to see Cynicism topside and Goldfishy moving in, and it looks like just like that, they've almost completely cleared out ENJOI. They do have a small group of guys. We're going to see Chomp and Overdose moving in, but there it is. They are going to get wiped out. The flag is clear, and PT is going to secure that uncontested. They do have one more. But, you know,
honestly, Deadeye, I think this is going to be okay. This is the first time that we've seen ENJOI's tank out and about on the map other than in their home flag. So they're going to be able to put some pressure over here onto this alpha side, keep some of these players that are going to be reinforcing from being able to do so onto that B site while they're attacking that Bravo. Also, at the same time, we did have a couple of players coming into the south. They did get cleaned up from ENJOI, but ENJOI has the right idea. They're not just focusing on one flags. They're kind of probing around on both of these sites, trying to get in as much as possible. And like I said, with that tank being out there, that is going to allow them to put a little bit extra pressure onto the map where they could potentially shut down a single lane. It's going to help their infantry out.
They definitely need to get more personnel onto that Bravo flag. They've got a lot of players around it. They just now started to burn it, and that is what they need. ENJOI doing a really good job of trying to come back here. They are definitely not out of this match. And we're seeing some really nice play for ENJOI here. Cynicism with a nice shot. What is he rolling? He's rolling that auto loader, the non-extended version. 13-3. He is going to pick up Medieval with a nice headshot. The tank is almost down for ENJOI. It is in trouble. It's got a repair on it, but it's also got assaults moving up on it heavy, and it is going to go down. That's going to be Goldfishy. Or no, Washed Up getting a three-piece with the dynamite. ENJOI fighting it out infantry-wise on this Bravo objective, but PT is getting some reinforcements coming in, and ENJOI is going to struggle here as they are completely outnumbered. Rasta is going to bail down. He is going to get dropped by Tensified right there. Medieval trying to hang in there, putting some shots down, is going to drop Animosity, but is going to get caught out of position, and Topside is going to take him out, and I believe that is going to wipe ENJOI's presence off of the Bravo flag. And just like that, PT is going to start advancing toward Charlie to cause some more damage.
Very, very confident in his team here. We had Washed Up and Goldfishy. They just went ahead, instead of going into that B site to try and help out their teammates, they said, you know what, we're going to go ahead and push in over here to Charlie, and we're going to cut off some of these reinforcements. And they've been able to get at least 2 or 3 kills there over into that choke point. So very good play onto their part. And yeah, they have full control of the map now. The tank is out right now for PT, so they're going to be able to do the exact same thing that they just did a few moments ago, and be able to push back any and all players trying to come out without being able to take him down. We did have a little bit of a horse trying to come in for a cavalry push down towards the south. That didn't work, as it was picked up fairly quickly. So I mean, I feel like right now this is going to be a pretty good hold. It's about 150 tickets or so into the favor of PT at the moment. So they're in a pretty comfortable lead, in a pretty comfortable position as well.
Yeah, I agree. And again, they're spreading out their forces. We are seeing the weather come in, so we're going to have to see how this affects the teams as far as visibility. It may give ENJOI a little a hand getting around the outside. But then again, PT just has the players. They're moving up into Charlie heavy now. I'm thinking that they are wanting to close this map out. They're wanting to shut it down. They're not far from grabbing those 500 tickets. And Washed Up is right in the thick of it. He's going to pick up Medieval right there. Void's going to come across. Washed Up is going to start putting some shots down, grabbing yet another one. And PT is going to try to redline him right here at the end and close this out with as much ticket gap as they can possibly get.
Yeah, this is... I mean, they may be able to get onto that C flag and get it back, but there's no way they're going to be able to get out of this choke. If you take a look at the rest of the map right now, every single one of the players right now for PT are pushed up, although the tank does end up going down. So Chomp was able to take down Razor. That's a big deal right there. Unfortunately, it looks like their own tank ended up dying as well. Oh my god, Maniac kills another guy right before that happened. That's just... The guy is a team kill fanatic, and that is going to wipe out the rest of the players from that site. That means that C flag will be going back into their presence. I was going to say, with that tank going down for Razor, that'd give them a little bit of breathing room there, but no, not going to be the case. 3 cap coming in, 459 for PT at the moment. Not a bad showing for ENJOI for being in the situation that they were in, but definitely not good to end it out on a 3 cap.
Well, we'll definitely see how they come in this next round. See if they've learned something and see if they adjust for it. We're about 10 tickets out until PT walks away with the first round of this, and there it is. PT is going to come out ahead for the first one, and it is going to be 255 to 500. So definitely going to be tough for ENJOI to beat PT by that many tickets. You know, we could see them come back and possibly possibly win, but to win with PT only having 254 tickets is going to be very difficult for ENJOI to get done. Washed Up, Cynicism top side, and I missed the last one, grabbing the top spots for the team, and we're going to take a look at the scoreboard here. Ballistic 22-6, Animosity 33-11. It's your boy Osama 20-9, topside 18-6. Cynicism and Razor filling out the top spots. And you've got Scruffy down there with 31-8 and Washed Up 34-9, just putting in some heavy work. Over on the other side, you've got Medieval, Overdose, Maniac, Deal Will Kill, Booyah, and ENJOI Rasta grabbing the top spots for their team, with Kyle coming in with the most kills at 15. But PT just came out really strong. They had really good map control and map awareness, like you stated earlier. And you know, when they come out and they got those first 2 flags, they created that defensive line and really just did some damage to ENJOI right in the beginning. ENJOI fought back, yeah, but I think PT, you know, had the jump on them as far as getting the majority of the flags and getting defensive to not let them through and just whittling them down.
And you know, the crazy thing too, look, if you look at the scores, I mean, the amount of killing power that was over onto the side of PT is insane. 33-11 for Animosity, 34-9 there. I believe it was Washed Up. Ballistic dropped 30 kills, I believe. Or no, he was 22. There was another player on there that dropped 30 kills as well. I mean, they were just getting insane amounts of kills. I think there was 4 people total that were in the double digits for ENJOI. So in terms of infantry fights, they were heavily in favor there of PT. So the beginning of this map, the start of this map, is really where it's going to be important for ENJOI. They need to make sure that they get control and that they're able to basically do what PT did to them and push them back into that C flag. They need to make sure that they're pushed back towards that choke point, because they've already shown that they can't really win when it's just an out-and-out infantry fight. So they're going to have to they're going to have to force PT into a very unfavorable position going through those choke points, you know, having to be in a bottleneck scenario where they're getting shot from possibly multiple directions in order to win out on this map. So I would imagine that we're going to be able to tell who our winner is by the first probably minute of this game to 2 minutes of this game.
Yeah, because if PT comes out strong, it's definitely not going to take them time to get up to 256 tickets, which is what they need to advance to the next round. Now, and you've also got to think about this. We just saw a very heavy infantry team with C9 versus 405. And then we're seeing another one here with PT. And if PT wins this, that's who they're going to be playing next round, is C9. So that will be a very intense matchup between those two teams.
Yeah, you're potentially looking at some really good infantry versus infantry, and that's going to be on Ballroom Blitz. So, you know, that has some really good infantry fighting happening there into the center, as well as just some of the on the side flags. You do have some really cool towns and villages that you have to fight into. So those infantry fights would be shaping up to be very, very interesting.
For those of you just jumping in, this is round 2, or this is, match 2 of round 1, and this is the second go on this map for ENJOI versus Prototype. ENJOI walking away, or Prototype walking away with a win in the first round of this map. 500 to 255. You can see it on the scoreboard there. We want to remind everybody, if you have somebody in here you want to see, be sure to cheer some bits for them. We will land on them and take a look at them. We're going to see ENJOI in blue this go around and PT in red. Again, we're going to see if ENJOI learned anything from that last round and see if they're going to be able to come back and change up their tactics for this next round.
Yeah, absolutely. There needs to be a change of something. I mean, I really would like to see ENJOI going for a cavalry play onto the backside of C, kind of play like what we saw. Who was that over there on PT's side? I believe it was. Oh my gosh, I can't find him. Where is he? I think it was Goldfishy.
Raspy Goldfishy anchoring back there on that Charlie objective.
Yeah, where he was basically sitting back there with the cavalry, you know, and just waiting for an opportunity to make a hit. Like, I kind of would like to see that happen here at the start of the game. Maybe you can kind of get in there on a C flag really quick. But we'll see if that's going to be the case. Oh, my God.
Oh, no. Boy, ran over.
2 kills coming in.
Well,
That's
the one happened before the 3-minute mark. The other one, I think he just got ran over by the horse. Getting excited to get out there, and we're going to see him coming right into this Bravo objective again. Cynicism
Now
is going
there
to be
is a
looking...
slightly different play in terms of tank positions. If you look at it,
Yep.
ENJOI is going towards the south, while we see PT going up to the north.
And ENJOI is going way, way south. Scruffy is going to notice him, and he's going to start moving that direction, but he's a medic, so he's not going to be able to do much against that tank hit.
Yeah, I'm not sure I agree with the 3 people being left over there onto the Alpha flag. I really think that they could just live one. Yeah, you're going to be capturing A a little bit slower, but the presence that you're going to have on the map is going to be a lot more important at the start than being able to capture A few seconds earlier with having 3 people on it.
I'm going to take a quick second and shut down my app here and open it back up as we're experiencing a little bit of lag here.
It does look like we see Rasta coming all the way into the backside. He has made it over there in the same position as we did see Goldfishy in that last time. But the tank right now over to the south is just getting mauled to death. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 7 players now starting to surround this tank. He has absolutely nowhere to go.
And
it does look like he is going to die to ballistic. That is a shame, as we do see the tank still going to be up right now for PT. Big spawn bomb coming in, though,
from
over
ENJOI
here towards that Charlie flag.
Yeah. We're going to see it. We do have Scruffy with a little bit of an overwatch on this position. And we're going to see what he can do here as he tries to stop him.
Oh, ENJOI, they had to know that they were going to push into A. They left nobody back there onto the Alpha flag to defend. They're going to be just basically swapping flags. That's a heartbreaker right there.
Yeah. They pulled a great move to get on the back. The tank is rolling back there to try to shut this down on the Charlie objective. But you're correct. They didn't leave anybody back there. They had to know. And it was like clockwork. And just as soon as PT realized their home flag was burning, we saw a slew of guys pushing into the Alpha objective. And now that they realize there's almost nobody there, they're bouncing out. We're going to see Overdose. The only one for ENJOI there. But washed up, coming out with a drop shot and taking him out. They still are holding on to this Charlie flag. They're battling out this tank. But again, ENJOI rolling heavy medics, and they have absolutely nothing to contest this tank with. You know, they don't have any assaults to put any fire down on the tank, so the tank is just kind of doing what it wants to and is moving into secure it. They only have 2 players left actually on the flag. That's going to be Eric and Dill will kill, and they're having to contend with the tank. We are going to see Chomp coming in as an assault. Tongpo's going to bail out of the tank, and he's going to start moving in. Tongpo takes out Chomp, the only assault that was moving in on that tank. And PT is going to start securing it. We're going to see Rasta moving back in, but Tongpo is going to dispatch him as well. We've got Voight and Deal Will Kill now coming in as assaults for ENJOI, moving up on this tank, but I believe it's too little too late. Oh, wait, no, the tank does go down.
Did Fallen just kill his own tank with a limpet?
He did.
Oh, my God.
You know what? I bet you he did. I bet you he went to pull out his repair tool and slipped up. Because he's a support. I bet you he went to pull out his repair tool, slipped up, and helped ENJOI out to recap this Charlie flag by taking out his own tank. That is unfortunate.
Is fantastic.
We are going to see a demotion probably coming from PT management for that move there. As it totally did wipe their tank off that Charlie flag. We're going to see Topside and Ballistic still hanging out on this objective. Trying to shut him down. One of them is going to go down. That's going to be Topside. ENJOI Rasta's got a beat on Ballistic. He's going to be moving in, trying to take him out. Ballistic's returning fire, but he's the only one left. And ENJOI is in tow. ENJOI Rasta is going to take him out, and they're going to maintain their presence on that flag. They do have one that is trying to push here. Maniac is trying to do something, but Washed Up is putting in work back here on this Alpha objective. ENJOI wising up, and they are sending a squad to Alpha now. And they're sending 2 players over to Bravo, which is interesting because we're going to see a little 2v2 battle. Actually a 2v3 battle now, or actually 2v4 battle on the Bravo objective. But ENJOI has left Charlie completely uncovered. We're going to have to see how they handle this objective here.
Yeah, that's kind of been the story so far, is that ENJOI has they're able to sneak out, and they get a pretty good push into a certain flag, but then everybody on the team goes to that one flag. Nobody stays back to defend, and you end up with what we have right here, where C flag is starting to get taken back over. Yeah, they're getting B, yay, but they're failing out on C. They're going to go back to a two cap burn, and as well as I do, you need that bleed in your favor. You need to be able to have that more that 2 flags are more in your favor, and that's not what we're having here each and every time. C should easily fall into their possession here in just a few seconds for PT. Nobody's going back to A. We do see a couple of random spawns coming back there, but it's really just not enough. And I mean, if they don't get these kills that are coming in onto B, then we could be seeing a 3 cap, basically with what we saw at the ending of the last round.
Yeah, and it'll be happening early. PT is already out by almost 100 tickets, just shy of 100 tickets. And so they are going to be struggling. They are grabbing this alpha flag. We do have Raspy Goldfishy doing what he does. He's holding back on this back objective and trying to hold it down to him. Oh, he's going to grab one. That is going to be Medieval going down at the hands of Goldfishy. ENJOI is currently capping alpha, but like you said, they are losing Bravo. They've got pushed out of Bravo. PT just has way too many players on this Bravo objective, and they're not going to be able to. They're not going to be able to hold it. There they go. They get completely wiped out. They do have one random moving in. SOCOM, he's going to run into one, but goes down. Tongpo is going to dispatch him with 10 health left. And ENJOI is going to be in trouble, as PT is going to be able to create that beachhead that we saw in the first round.
And look at Goldfishy here.
Right? Goldfishy.
Look at him just sitting in the back.
Anchoring like a pro.
If he gets this kill up here, this is going to be hilarious. Because there is nobody else back here to defend.
And I think that this map is kind of like Argon. The textures in it, just from spectator mode, I get some get a little pixelation. I don't think there's anything I can do about that.
Oh my God, ENJOI is completely backed up. They have their tank in the south here, and he is getting hit from so many rockets. I mean, just look at the tracer fire coming at him. It's insane. He's trying to get some guys to repair, but at the same time, Goldfishy, he's flashing the flag and he's getting kills. I mean, this is so good on his play right now. They're going to be able to potentially get this 3 cap. There is just nobody to stop pushing it onto A. We see 2 more flooding back into that alpha site. The infantry are spread out in this beautiful line for PT, just racking up that kills. That's 5 players down. Make that 6 here in just a few seconds. They're trying to get the revives, but it's not enough. Goldfishy gets a couple of spawns in coming in to help him out. ENJOI right now is completely lost with what to do, and with their tank getting picked up, that is 4 more infantry players down. That's it, man. That right there is the nail in the coffin. There are nobody back here onto A. You see the entire team pushing back in onto Alpha for PT. That is it. Yep, stick a fork in it, and PT did an amazing job taking that tank out. They had somebody flank around, take out the repairs, and then they just went to work on it. Because they were putting a lot of fire down on it. ENJOI was doing a pretty decent job of keeping it up and going. But they got that flank, they took out the repairs, and it was all said and done. ENJOI pushing in heavy. We're going to see it's your boy Osama with a flank, though. He's getting around the backside of some of these players. He's going to pick up one there. Let's go ahead and jump in with Osama as he's starting to make some moves. He has one out front. Oh, he's going to trade off with Toxic as he goes down. Or actually, he took out Booyah, and Toxic took him out. And again, only just look at the positioning. Just so damn good. They're going to be able to just pick these players off as they come in one at a time. Yeah, they're maybe not getting the burn on the flag, but still, I mean, they're just able to pick them to pieces as they're crossing this no man's land position. And even if they get by, they have a tank sitting back there who can watch both of these lanes easily. And if not kill them, tell his infantry players where they need to go to reinforce.
Yep. We are seeing one of them try to break out. It's going to be Eric. He's going to run head-to-head with another player here. He's got a contact on his left. He's got some players around him. He heard him. He's looking for him.
Yeah, and this is where the land ship really comes in to its own right now. You have 2 guys that can sit in, one on each cannon. They can watch literally both of those lanes at the same time. And this is just a beautiful spot right now for a spawn trap, and that's exactly what we're having right now. 299 to 138. The A flag is starting to tick down. It's almost neutralized here. Got a quarter of the way left to go. And, just there's just nothing they can do. The tank is going to try and come back in, but you know, even if the tank gets onto A, it's going to be just bombarded by AT mines and AT nades over and over and over again before it can really do any damage whatsoever. You can see he's being pushed back just from the rockets.
Well, and again, the communication is there. You can see that PT's tank instantly wrapped around to get a lane onto that tank. Their tanking is absolutely amazing. They have Tong Po and Razor rolling in the guns on that tank. It's extremely impressive. PT came out really strong. I'm excited to see them go up against C9 in their next round. But coming up next, if I'm not mistaken, we have Phoenix Elite Network versus Point Gap, which should be a pretty good matchup as well.
Yeah, that was a really good job on PT's part. They played that very well. I like the way they moved around the map. As soon as they saw a flag flashing, they went ahead and moved to the next one. They knew exactly when they needed to push. Goldfishy and Blitz both were doing a fantastic job just getting around and basically just lurking in the backfield. I mean, it was beautiful to watch that happen, and they can get those spawns coming off. They can flash the flag. There's a lot of harassment opportunity that you can do when you have players who are able to get into the back. And it's also really cool to have teams who are confident enough within their players to allow them to do that, you know, make sure they're not on a short leash all the time and they can kind of just roam the map. But yeah, this is turned into what we were talking about before, that triple cap, just really brutal at the moment. They're about to close it out.
Yep, they're just about 10 tickets left. They have won the round. They will be advancing. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. PT versus ENJOI. Prototype is going to advance to the next round. And we're going to take a look at the scoreboard, but then we will be right back with Phoenix Elite Network versus Point Gap.
Ha! Yeah. Fallen's Limpet is OP. It takes out everybody, even his own tanks. Oh my lord!
Yeah.
Look at that. Two players getting 5 kills on ENJOI side. Wow.
So basically, PT learned a little something about ENJOI their first round and capitalized on it during their second round. Medieval Overdose, Rasta Toxic, Boy, and Booyah grabbing the top spots for their team. On the other side, Ballistic Animosity, It's Your Boy Osama, topside, and Razor, along with Tong Po grabbing the top spots. Now, if you look, it looks like PT spread their kills out a lot more this go around. You know, before we had a couple players rolling 30 some odd kills, and nobody got 30 kills this time, so it looks like they may have spread them out a little more across the players.
I don't know about that, man. If you go back and you look at the stream and you take a look at that scoreboard, every one of those players, I think, except for like maybe one, was way up in the double digits. I mean, you're talking about like mid to high 20s and into the 30s. There was a lot of players that were doing a fantastic job last time on PT. I think that this time they just ended the game earlier. Last time we had ENJOI being able to get 255 tickets, so 100 more tickets were coming their way. The game was a little bit longer. I think if we saw ENJOI maybe able to grab a second flag a little bit earlier, we probably would have seen those numbers coming in. So, I mean, PT, they're just beasts, man. You give them the time, they're going to put them numbers.
That is true. That is true. They did end it earlier by about 100 tickets, so that is correct. That's probably why we didn't see him jump up into the 30 kills. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back here in just a minute with the next matchup, which is going to be Phoenix Elite Network versus PG in the Elite Division tournament right here on the Hardcore League. Sponsored by Gamers Community. We'll have one of our mods throw up a link there in chat, and we'll be right back with the next round.
Competitive.